What's up guys, and welcome back to another episode of Career Mode. This is episode number 30, and we start this off by seeing Norgard's sale has gone through. He's left to Freiburg for 4.15 mil. That'll give us £3 million to put into our transfer budget, and as you can see, we've got around £33.5 million remaining with a week to go before the summer transfer window slams shut. And we're not selling Ivan Toney. Yeah, second bid of the window. Another Spanish side. First Valencia putting in that £36.8 million bid. And now Villarreal offering a part exchange deal. And I was like, lads, it's not going to happen. Alright, Ivan Toney is staying here. He's the club captain now. We gave him the armband officially after Pontus Jansson's sale in January. Toney is our club captain. Toney is our leader. Ivan Toney is staying at Brentford. And for the first game of today's episode, on the back of the win over Harrogate Town in the EFL Cup second round, Everton, the Toffees, Rafa Benitez's side coming to take us on. Fell behind really early on. David Raya probably should have saved his shot, but unfortunately saw the ball squirm out of his hands and into the back of his own goal, practically right from kickoff. This is why he's going nowhere. The shocker puts us back on level terms. First assist for the former Brighton and Chelsea fullback Tariq Lamptey, storming down the right side. We know the guy's got electrifying pace, so in the first 15 minutes, that's what I was doing, sending him down the wing, watching him play into the middle. This time picks up Gutierrez, Pickford makes a save and keeps it at 1-1. So really frenetic start to the game. Half an hour in, both teams getting chances, both teams with goals on the board as well. And 30 minutes into the game, as Sander Berger picks a loose ball, plays the 1-2 of his man, finds Gerard Moreno, back to Berger, and the former Blade smacks it in to the top corner. We've seen since the patch, or I've seen since the patch, maybe the results are the same for you, that long shots aren't taken as frequently, but they're still as deadly as ever. Yeah, the AI might not shoot as much as they used to from in and around the edge of the area, but when they do let fly, more often than not, it finds the back of the net. And speaking of finding the back of the net, right before the break, Gerard Moreno set up the second and grabs the third, makes it 3-1 Everton as they get a 2-goal cushion. And it was looking likely this would be our first defeat of this season. Tried to respond in the second half despite the 2-goal deficit. We know in this year's FIFA, play on 6-minute half lengths and there's goals galore. And we get another one for Ivan as well. 22 minutes after the restart, Gutierrez rolls it across and Ivan simply wasn't going to miss as he makes it 3-2. So back in the game, deficit reduced to 1, and 18 minutes to go, a chance to claw our way back to level terms, but Pickford once again makes a brilliant save. Jordan Pickford in this year's FIFA is definitely one of my most frustrating goalkeepers to come up against, because he just makes save after save from the following corner. Toney going for his hat-trick, denied by the former Sunderland goalkeeper, and it's still 3-2. Such a frustrating game. So I felt I played just as good as Everton, if not a little bit better. But in stoppage time, still down by a goal. Felt as though the game was done, and it certainly was in this moment. They scored 2 goals in stoppage time. One in the first half, one in the second, as Luis Diaz smacks it past Raya, makes it 4-2, restores the 2-goal cushion, and kills our dreams of an epic comeback off. Final score, Brentford 2, Everton 4. And our first defeat of the season at the Community Stadium comes at the hands of Rafa Benitez's Everton. Such a frustrating game, but the problems laid bare for all to see once again. Once again, higher XG than our opponents, and once again they seem to score with practically every shot they took in the game, apart from one. So getting goals isn't that much of a problem. We just don't score as many as we need to, and the main reason why is because my defense just quite simply isn't anywhere close to as good as it was way back at the start of the series when I was playing 4-minute half length. Since I've switched to 6, just can't defend. I literally cannot keep a clean sheet to save my life. How David Raya was only 1 clean sheet away from winning the Golden Glove last year, I have no idea. That was complete fluke, I'm certain of it. But anyway, following the game rejected bid from Wolves for Ivan Toney, I've already said, guys, he's not for sale. Stop putting the bids in. He's staying here. And as transfer deadline day would come round, we had 10 hours on the clock to work our magic. £33.5 million in the budget. And I was thinking, okay, what do I do? What do I do on transfer deadline day? Because I'm fine with the team. I like the team as it is. But we know the problems of defence, and maybe we need to improve. Well, I tried to loan out Jakobsen. Unfortunately, this deal fell through. I find it really hard to loan youth players out in FIFA career mode, just impossibly hard at times. But I did make a signing on deadline day, and it was looking likely it was going to be quite a quiet deadline day. So I found this guy on the free agents pool, Fabian Hoffman. I don't think he'd have the same sort of impact as Roberto Gutierrez. I suspected he might have a potential tag. Unfortunately, I was wrong. Doesn't show great potential, but at 19 years old, 69 overall, some decent base stats, a good passer and dribbler as well. He could be alright. And we had another loan bid for one of our youth players here, Lorenzen, but again, same problem. The only loan bids we were getting were loan to buy offers, and I'm not prepared to let my young Danish talents go permanently, only out on loan. Once again, the deal fell through. So with 3 hours to go on deadline day, it was looking likely it was going to be a really quiet 10 hours. But then it exploded into life. Yes, Leicester City putting in a £16.5 million bid for Chris Metham. We rejected a bid from Arsenal in January, and now Brendan Rodgers wants to take him to the King Power. 79 rated, 25 years old, in the prime of his career right now, and a decent defender. But he's like 5th choice in this team. And I was thinking with 3 years left on his deal, Leicester qualifying for the Europa Conference League last year, finishing in 7th, pipping us and other teams to it. I know that Metham's going to want more game time. I know he'd love to play European football. So I said to Brendan, alright mate, come into my office, let's have a chat. I said, how much are you prepared to give me for Metham? Because I'm not going to sell him on the cheap right now with him being his prime. I asked for 21 mil, Brendan Rodgers said no. He said 18.7 mil. I said, I'm not going to sell him for anything less, not a penny less than £20 million. And he said, alright, I understand, £20 million deal negotiated for Metham. But the question was, would we have enough time to do all the paperwork? Someone plug in the fax machine, 3 hours to go, simulating through. And with 1 hour on the clock, the deal goes through. Chris Metham goes to the King Power for £20 million, adding our budget up to around 50 million in total. As Metham took a slight detour at Bournemouth, came back to Brentford, and now he's gone to Leicester permanently to play European football. And with just under 50 million in the budget, I was thinking, okay, we've got a lot of money now, more than we've ever had before. So let's make a big signing. Let's make a statement of intent. And I looked at the centre-backs on the shortlist. I really wanted Tomori, but it just left to Sporting Lisbon, and then I thought, why not make a massive gamble on transfer deadline day? Playing for PSV Eindhoven, formerly of Toulouse, the Ivorian defensive midfielder that is a physical beast, Ibrahim Sangare. Absolute man-mountain, 6'3", medium-high work rate, incredibly strong, great passer of the ball, and a solid defensive unit. I asked for PSV for 26.5 mil, a market valuation initial bid. They said no. So I said, okay, alright, let's rise it, but not by much. 31 million. How would you say to that, guys? 31 mil? And they said yes. 31 million for Sangare. And I thought about the names that are on the shortlist. Rob Holding had just gone to Rayo Vallecano. Tomori had gone to Sporting. And I was thinking about possibly Mason Holgate. I was thinking possibly Tosin Adarabioyo. Possibly Joe Rodden of Spurs. But Sangare just jumped out at me and said, I want to come and play in the Premier League. I believe in the Brentford project. And he agrees a 40 grand a week, 5-year deal here in West London. It is a massive gamble on transfer deadline day. It's a new club record signing. But this guy's physicality is unbelievable. 91 strength, 88 stamina, brilliant technical stats, a great passer at the ball, comfortable with the ball at his feet, and defensively absolutely solid with 85 stand tackle, 82 exceptions, 82 slide tackle as well, 82 exceptions, 82 interceptions. Absolutely brilliant. And to me, I definitely think retrain this guy as a centre-back, no doubt about it. It'll only take him 2 weeks to become a centre-half, and I really believe that Onyeka and De Silva are a great midfield partnership, but Sangare being phased further back to play in our back three as a ball-playing defender, and you know how much I love those. I really do believe that's his future in this Brentford team. And he's going to prove himself as our best defensive player. Because Lord knows we need it after a shocking start at the back. I'm hoping that big Sangare can help us plug a lot of our leaking gaps. So, in the end, an incredibly dramatic transfer deadline day. And in the window, I've got to say as well, despite all the new signings coming in, we only had a net loss of 3.5 million. It was a brilliant window in terms of keeping the cash. We still got over £15 million here to play with in January as well. And I really do believe we played this window very well indeed. Metham going to Leicester. We'll see how he gets on at the King Power Stadium. With Sangare coming to replace him. 2 ratings higher with, I believe, more upside. Tariq Lamptey is now in as well. We've got a better bench. We've got more depth, no doubt about it. Some European experience and international experience too in the faces of Jesse Lingard and Alex Iwobi as well. I've got to say, for this Brentford team moving forward, we've been asked to get into the top 6. Whether we can do it or not, I guess the jury's out, and I guess we'll find out. We've definitely got a stronger, more physical, no doubt about that. And maybe that's what we need to get us into Europe next season. Massive gamble with Brentford. Let's see if it pays off or backfires. But that was this episode of Career Mode, guys. Big thank you for watching. If you enjoyed, if you hadn't, please drop a like. Much love to you all. Have a fantastic day, and I'll see you for next episode very soon, featuring Sangare's debut very soon.